Hi, Madison with Complex Community Federal Credit Union. Today we're going to read Ducks in a Row. This is the cover. This is the spine. It's very skinny. This is the back of the book. This first page is what we call the title page, and it tells us the title, Ducks in a Row, and then it tells us the author, Jackie Urbanovich. The story is written by Lori Haskins Horan, and it's illustrated by Joe Matthew. Let's get started. Max sat down. He put up his feet. He leaned back in his chair. "Oh yes," he said, "it's nice to relax." Max looked around. Brody was bringing in the newspaper. Dakota was warming Irene's feet. Bebe was singing the kittens to sleep. Everyone had something to do. Everyone except him. Said Max. "What do I do around here?" Sometimes he baked snacks, but he wondered if everyone liked them. "Does anyone need me to do anything?" Max asked. No one answered. Just then, the doorbell rang. "I'll get it!" Max yelled. On the step stood 3 plump ducks in a row. "Aunt Pat, Aunt Dot, Aunt Flo," said Max. "Max, could you take my bag?" said Aunt Pat. "And my bundle?" said Aunt Dot. "And my box?" said Aunt Flo. "Of course," said Max. Max's aunt told everyone they were on their way south. They had stopped to visit until the first snowfall. The aunt sat down on the couch. "Max, can you make me some tea?" said Aunt Pat. "With toast?" said Aunt Dot. "And jam?" said Aunt Flo. Max set to work. It felt good to be needed. Lucky for Max, the ants needed him quite a bit. They needed him to bring their books and find their glasses. He needed them to turn off their lamps. They needed him to run their baths and fluff their pillows and to close their curtains. By the end of the day, Max was a little tired, but it still felt good to be needed. The next morning started early. "Max, can you open this jar?" said Aunt Pat. "And untangle this yarn?" said Aunt Dot. "And fix this toaster?" said Aunt Flo. The rest of the week, all Max heard was, "Max, could you?" Turn on the TV, pop some popcorn, change the channel, shuffle the cards, roll the dice, keep the score, pick a pumpkin, pick an apple, pick some flowers. Max went out to the garden. He wasn't sure how much more being needed he could take. Then he felt something, a snowflake. "The first snowfall," he said. The very next day, Max said goodbye to Aunt Pat, Aunt Dot, and Aunt Flo. He was so tired he could hardly wave. Max sat down, he put up his feet, he leaned back in his chair. Oh yes, it's nice to relax. And then he heard Irene's voice. "Max, could you?" "Oh no," Max thought. "Max, could you use a blanket?" said Irene. Max nodded. And he fell asleep. The end.